Blessings and welcome to day 3 in the creative matrix of divine frequency, where all of us are gathering together to step into this realm of creative potential, of infinite potential, where everything is possible. We're learning to see our lives as supportive and secure and safe, really trusting that all is creating itself for us to bless our lives, to uplift our journeys. We're stepping into this journey for 22 days. 22 days, 22 minutes a day, to just allow all insights, all energetic downloads to flow through. And we, you and I, hold no expectations, but we allow ourselves to be so completely receptive to all that flows from the highest realms of divine truth. We step into the creative matrix together, not in some plane of being that exists outwardly, but in that beautiful orgasmic state of perfect being within, where we trust our voice makes a difference, our spirit makes a difference, our efforts make a difference, that we are impacting and affecting our reality. We're learning to see ourselves as the director of our own destiny. We're learning to see ourselves as the master of our own experience. So here we are reminding ourselves that we are wise, that we are resourceful, that all that we can possibly require to cultivate a life every day, a life filled with joy and peace and support and inspiration and anything else you wish to welcome into your life. We're the creators. I'm in nature here today. And a few moments ago, I sensed this beautiful, majestic being, very tall being, emerge from the trees here to my right. And he's tall, not by our understanding of tall, but tall. There's a playfulness to his spirit, a spark of curiosity and knowing and adventure even too, as if he's excited about what's unfolding. So I ask him to speak and to share. Let me express also that this beautiful being has a light flowing through him, a radiance that is, it just is. But this radiance is the brilliance of this earth realm. It's the blessing of Earth Mother herself. And this is an earth guardian. And he laughs and says that I am as ancient as time itself. I have watched the worlds grow and evolve. I have watched them move through and shift and change. I've watched people move into themselves. And at all moments, he's connected. He's connected to the experience of this world, the one that we are a part of right now. He's connected to the grid of light, to the matrix, to that indefinable essence that moves through all being, all time, all space. And he says, I see into the hearts of each brother and sister that walks upon this earth plane. And he pauses for a moment to really, really give meaning to those words. I see into the hearts of each brother and sister who walks upon this earth plane. And he says, if I have a message of importance to convey, to share, I encourage each of you, precious beings, he says, because you cannot imagine the journey each of you has been upon. You cannot imagine all of the light and all of the love that has gone into bringing you exactly as you are right here to this moment. He says he would encourage each of us to stop limiting ourselves. He sees into our hearts and he sees that we sometimes hold much more fear than we allow ourselves to recognize. That we are so practiced in holding our world balanced, our personal world balanced, that we no longer remember what it feels like to just be free, to not hold a thought or a concern for how you are provided for tomorrow. We have lost connection to our divine nature, the part of us that truly knows that all I require will flow to me effortlessly. It will flow to me effortlessly because this world has been created to support me. We've forgotten this truth. This earth plane is here to support our journey. That's why it was created, to give us space to explore ourselves, to discover our own brilliance, our own truth. And it still yearns to do that for us. All of the beings, seen and unseen, all of the energies that are held here in this beautiful earth plane, they await our call. The call of each soul who is ready to remember that we do not walk alone, that we are just one spark of light in this story, in this web, in this beautiful golden matrix, this golden light of truth. We are one spark. We are one point of light. And all of the other infinite points of light, all of the other aspects of light, all the elements of life, they are here to support us. Imagine, he says, just practice this for a moment. Imagine placing your hands out to receive. It's important, even though it's not necessary to place your hands out. He says, this connects you to that part of your mind that knows you're receiving it, you're embracing it as your own. So he says, place your hands out like this. And imagine every bit of support that you feel can bless you. Every bit of love, every bit of financial security, every bit of self-acceptance, every bit of inspiration, every bit of peace, every bit of prosperity, and whatever it is, healing for your body and your mind, every bit of support that will nurture your soul, will nurture your journey. All of it, all of it, all of it is flowing to you effortlessly. Effortlessly. And we're not resisting. We're not resisting. We're just allowing it, allowing it, allowing it to be part of your experience here and now. And he says this: in this moment, nothing has shifted outwardly. You cannot see all of that support, the abundance of support that just showered upon you. You cannot validate it with your mind. And yet you must understand that what you just participated in is more than just a visualization. It's an actualization of accepting all that you are worthy of. But it just took place on this higher plane of consciousness. Your soul accepted the opportunity to say, yes, I welcome and I receive. Your soul just allowed everything that you are worthy of, seen and unseen, to pour into your experience, into your awareness. And this cannot be changed. It cannot be changed unless you just let go of everything you've just embraced. It's now yours. It's yours. Can you begin to shift your awareness to believe that everything you require is already yours? Everything you require to be in your greatest state, your own personal greatest state of empowerment, of acceptance, of peace, of love, that it's already yours. It exists, but it exists on a plane that's not validated in this physical realm we give so much energy to. You must begin to recognize that you, each of you, are interdimensional beings. For you're not this body, you're the spirit that energizes this body. You are the light that moves through all that you see and all that is beyond your awareness. It's still you. So when we begin to trust that welcoming in all of the prosperity, all of that love, all of that support can be yours right now, here today, we begin to really trust in the scene. We begin to trust in the realms of truth that are authentic and real, but exist at an alternate state of consciousness, an alternate state of being. It's still part of you. It's still authentic and true, but it hasn't brought itself down into the physical plane yet. And how do we do that? I'm going to ask him instead of answering it. I'm going to ask, how do we bring it into the physical plane? How do we take all this abundance we just welcomed into our world, and how do we see the manifestation of that in our physical realms? He says to me so clearly, you underestimate the value of your own will. We call it will because it's a force of focused energy, okay? A will allows you to really know this is. There's no doubt, there's no questioning. Your will allows you to really focus on everything being. So when you take the will to know that I am aligned with all that blesses and all that supports my journey, the will to really trust and believe that my world is supportive and safe, this will begins to bring in the potential, the awareness of all of that support on the higher planes. It begins to bring it into this physical plane because you're believing in it being right here. Don't underestimate the power you hold within to call in, invite in everything that you wish to manifest for yourselves. You're calling it in. And when you believe in it being, it becomes energized with the life force that moves through you. We forget who we are. we think that we're just, we think that we're just this understanding of self, but we forget we are the infinite one. We're the infinite one who has chosen to explore ourselves more deeply in this earth experience. But our focused thoughts, intentions, and will create the world that surrounds us. We won't begin to see solutions, to see open paths, to see the support flowing in effortlessly until we believe that it can be. And sometimes it's a redirection of our focus that needs to take place. There's nothing to fix. So if everything feels like it's broken and falling apart, it most certainly is in that realm of awareness. It is. I'm not going to tell you it's not true. If you're focusing your energy on everything falling apart, then you're energizing that reality. It's happening for you. For you. The moment that you wish to come into perfect alignment and ease and grace, we're not going to fix that. That's a mess. It's falling apart. Just take your energy and begin to focus on everything working in perfect harmony for you, supportively. Everything orchestrating itself, seen and unseen, to benefit you and your journey. Do you realize that if all of our energy and our focus is going on, everything's happening for me, everything is supporting me in a beautiful way? This is where our energy is going. We're not actually even thinking about what was, what used to be, what's not working. Our energy cannot support that experience if we don't focus upon it. It just falls away. There's nothing to fix. Just let go of it and place your energy where it's going to be productive. And as I'm doing this, as I'm saying this to you, as I'm illustrating this expansion of possibility, this beautiful earth being, this guardian of light, feels like he's lifting higher and growing even larger. He is filled with so much joy for what is being shared right now. And he says, yes, 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 yes. It's so simple. It's so simple. You've been taught that you are powerless, but you're the creator of all you see. The more we trust in it, the more we create this, the more we step into the remembrance of what humanity, not just yourself, but humanity has actually been birthed for. Humanity, each and every innocent soul that lives across the globe, each of us initiated our journey to discover the pleasures, to discover the joys of living life freely, of discovering what could be, of having sensuous, beautiful experiences where we can touch and we can feel and we can know. We wished to really explore the gift of being alive, And everything that we know in our world, everything that we're a part of, it has all been created to support our journey. Support our journey. And of course, I'm still hearing from you, I'm still hearing the human mind say, well, that little bit of trauma last week didn't feel very supportive. And I want to remind you that you felt as if this world could be less than supportive, that it can bring trauma, it can bring challenge and insecurity. You hadn't yet remembered that it really can be safe and secure. So the world that surrounds us was still mirroring and reflecting that belief, the belief that challenge and insecurity and trauma can exist in our personal world. It's not judgment, it's a reflection of where we've been. We've all experienced trauma. We've all been challenged. We've all felt incredibly vulnerable on this journey. But when we get to the depth of that experience, we recognize that we are so tired of feeling powerless. We are so tired of proving that we have the right to live a happy life. And when we really get to the edge of participating in that, where we refuse to experience that any longer, then that force of will within us will start calling out to all source and saying, show me the beauty, show me the blessings. I'm ready for more. I've done that. I've experienced the challenge. I don't want to participate in it anymore. I don't want to feed it. I don't want to believe in it. I want to welcome in the blessings simply because I'm worthy of it. Not because I can't get through whatever comes at me, because I don't want to prove how strong I am anymore. I want to really give voice to the parts of me that want to love more fully, want to be in joy more completely. I want to let myself soar into the infinite. I want to be at home in myself so completely that I stop resisting, I stop defending. I just want to be at peace within myself. And when this becomes your prayer, when this becomes your passionate prayer, little doors begin to open up, where opportunities flow, where miracles just become part of your experience almost daily. Life begins to effortlessly complement where you are. And that's what we wish to welcome into our lives. We wish to really disempower those ancient patterns of struggle and lack and loss and pain. Let them go. Let's step into the potential, the life, the beauty, the joy that can be. Right here, right now. Nobody else can bring it to you. We're going to focus on the smallest step forward to embrace this for yourself today. You're the only one that can really sink into a state of, a place of just being at peace. Let it be small if that's where you are. Just connecting to see what he wishes to share. Imagine now that this grid of light we spoke about, that this portal that supports all of humanity, that right now you each have a personal guardian to connect you, not just to the experience of being alive, but to the remembrance of being here with purpose, of being part of the transformation, not just for your personal empowerment, but for all of humanity. You're a great blessing to all that's in motion right here, now, today. And although it's difficult to sometimes see that change is taking place, beautiful change is taking place. And brothers and sisters across the globe are accepting the opportunity to heal themselves, to seed a healing path for themselves and others. They're beginning to trust that it's time to unite with each other, to look into each other's hearts, and to be at home within the love that is shared, the joy that is shared. This is how we begin to create an environment of peace, of joy, of love for ourselves and all beings. All beings. And when he says that, it's not just about humanity, it's all beings, all consciousness. So we accept, we allow, we receive, we offer incredible gratitude for these messages of love, for all the energy that is flowing through, for the gift of remembrance, for all that is seated here today. We accept, we allow, we receive. What a phenomenal day here in the Creative Matrix. I welcome you to join me again tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern for another journey into the Matrix. And I encourage you to remain focused on what it is you wish to welcome into your life, what it is that you are so very worthy of. If you've been blessed by this experience, if you feel uplifted, then please share it with others that you know. Spread the word and let them know that there is great healing taking place, and it's time to really rise into all of the potential that now awaits us to co-create with. Only blessings flow. And if you'd like at any point to work with me personally, please visit my website and message me. Let's discuss how I can support you on your journey into personal empowerment. You are so loved. Namaste.